in it because I needed to handle something. But I want to say thank you to him. It is a clear fact that I am a citizen, and I will continue to support former President Weah until he resigns from politics. However, I listened to a few of the calls, and I think Mr. Kumi made the right decision not to have gone as vice chancellor under Mr. Wakai, because that would have undermined his presidency, especially for the person he has presented himself to be. And Mr. Branca has proven to be a very bad leader. He has proven not to understand what true leadership is. He has abused the rule of law, our laws in this country. He has created poverty, ever than what he made in Nigeria.
For example, let's say former President Weah says in 2029, I mean, I really don't want to run. Will you consider supporting Cummings?
Precisely, I think so, especially if he lives up to all of the things he has said. I would like to support him if President Weah is not in the race, of course. But I'm saying the worst decision he would have made if he had gone as vice president.
Well, at this point, there is no
accident to the country.
Okay, thanks so kindly. But what I'm saying is, at this point, there is no record that now President Bouaka asked Mr. Cummings to be his running mate. So that whole conversation should not be happening, unless that kind of record comes up. Welcome, and let's hear you.
Good evening, Julius.
Yes, go ahead.
Good evening to Mr. Cummings and good evening to the listening audience. My name is Robert Ernest D.W. Wilson Sr., and I call from Monrovia.
Deputy Director of the General Services Agency.
Exactly. I've been constrained to call because Mr. Cummings talked about the ministerial complex. Though it's not an achievement to paint the ministerial complex, nor is it anything. But if that ministerial complex was going to remain deplorable as it was, Mr. Cummings was going to say that we get a donor project that the government abandoned local ministerial complex, how it dilapidated today. The president of Liberia and all of us, including GSA, decided that the donor project, we are going to attack it and we make it, we'll give it a facelift. And today, Liberia from all walks of life are commending the GSA. We don't see it as an achievement, but we see it as an embarrassment that a donated project will be abandoned for 6 years by the CDC, and we, the Unity Party, who negotiated and brought this project to fruition, will leave it the same way CDC leave it. So no, Mr. Cummings, that's an achievement, but it's a fact that the donor project was lifted.
Thanks so much.
Mr. Cummings, I would advise you to take this advice. Don't run for the president. They say, I know you came from Coca-Cola. Go to Maryland, where you came from. Run a representative or senator. Get a late gist of how government runs. Because the way you speak on public radio, they show that you know nothing about governance. Governance, they were from running Coca-Cola for 17 men. There's 5 million people you are running.
You say what? Coca-Cola for 17 men?
I think simply trying to tell you in a layman term that
but is the running cost and the running population of Coca-Cola not more than the government of Liberia?
Granted, you running Coca-Cola, so many people are there from different countries that coordinate it. So you get there to supersede it. The president you want to have a vision and know how governance is done. You should know how government as a whole, holistically, how the people are taken care of. So if you look at Mr. Cummings when he talk, you know that, then you go to Maryland and be senator or representative. So in the not too distant future, you can contest for the presidency.
Okay, thanks. So kindly, let's take other time is almost out. Welcome, let's hear you.
Julius, how are you? This is Adam Kane, member of the Municipal Interlegislative Bureau. Mr. Cummings, the only thing I want to tell you, Mr. Cummings are engaged almost 25 acres of land for farm. You talk about agriculture, Mr. Cummings, we are advocates, no job. But Mr. Cummings, when you promise me, you don't know me, you don't empower me before anything come make it not success. Mr. Cummings, just promise me that you don't give my material, let me come for it tomorrow. I start my project, at the real time of bread. I thank you, Mr. Cummings, I'm not seeing you, but please don't forget when you're ready to close. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks so kindly as well. Welcome, let's hear you. Go ahead. What's your name? Where you calling from?
There's a brother given a full trust this evening.
Okay.
I miss a good evening, Mr. Cummings. And I admire Mr. Cummings a lot. I miss a day, Mr. Cummings, how do you see when most of the leaders said that if you now win the 2023 election, if you know the election of 7-11, I'm going to resign. up to now, Mr. Benedict now, saying more in Tennessee on the parliament. Number two, how do you feel when you're going for session of former president administration? And then now we're not seeing you going for session on Mr. Baga, even though Mr. Baga and the minister are looking at the state common, and we're not seeing you speaking on the same way your vocal on your own side. How do you feel? Thank you for having me.
Okay, thanks so kindly as well. This will be the second to last one. Welcome, let's hear you.
Yeah, Julius, how you doing?
What is your name?
My name is Musa Sharif.
Former Representative, Kennedy District 2, Montserrat County. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I want to say thank you to your guest in studio. You know, Julius, it's difficult to discuss politics in Liberia because those that are in power, power is the only source of living in Liberia. So when you are in power, you must defend it viciously. So even somebody is saying something realistic for the fact that without power you can't survive, you would defend it viciously to the detriment of many people. The gentleman in the studio, Mr. Cummings, the political leader of ANC, he spread out a lot of good things that I think that cover us leadership, honestly. For instance, he talked about the issues of businesses in Liberia. Can you imagine business registry? The gateway, that's the actual gateway to the Liberian economy, the business registry. That is where people should first register a business in Liberia, allowed to operate legally in Liberia, before you talk about the airports, before you talk about the seaports, before you talk about all of the ports. But that place is a chaos. Let me tell you that, it's a chaos. So if you don't make this place better for us, that's the issue. We talk about the banking sector in Liberia. People don't have access to finance in the country. That's one thing. We talk about the Ministry of Commerce. There's no price control. There's no consumer control. There is no way somebody can survive in doing legal business in Liberia. It is very difficult unless you are involved in the things that we consider outlaw virus.
Okay.
In Liberia, we need system, we need leaders, we don't need bigger experience. We need people with mindset to move the country in the right direction.
Okay.
Being
Thanks.
very precise.
Thanks so kindly, Musa. Let us say the government's spokesman, Daniel Sano, welcome. Let's hear you.
Good evening, Julius.
Yes, go ahead.
Let me say good evening to Mr. Cummings. I listened to him and I thought the conversation was going very well until he decided to contradict some of the criticism that he has expressed about the government. So you listen to Mr. Cummings when he said his primary goal as president of the country will be to grow the economy. Liberians who are listening want to know how can Mr. Cummings grow the economy without expanding the road network, because just the other day, very disappointingly, Mr. Cummings was among those who were saying that on quota the people will eat. That criticism clearly tells you that the government is building road, and in his thinking as political leader of the ANC, the roads are not important. The next thing I want to point out here is that it sounds very demeaning for Mr. Cummings, who has got all the experience, live in the advanced world, to come to Liberia. The country is challenged, and we all try to find solution to the challenges that we face as a country. But to try to equate the existence of the country to the stomach, that the whole country just living to eat, and Mr. Cummings say the growth of the country must be reflected in the stomach of the Liberian people.
Daniel, which of the countries on earth that is growing and developing, but the poor in the country are hungry? Where?
That was very demeaning, and I can understand.
But how is it demeaning? Eating food is a basic need, Chief.
So Julius,
you ate before going to work. You even went for lunch. There is no way you'll be an effective public servant without eating.
Julius, nobody said that it is wrong to eat. But for the political leader of a party who is vying for the leadership of our country to say that everything about the growth and development of our country must be about the stomach, then I beg to differ. And I just wanted to say that, in the name of politics, we all welcome the criticism in the opposition, but we have to be a bit realistic when we try to criticize government.
Thanks so kindly, Hurry, that we come back to him. You listen to the call, sir. Let me squeeze in this message quickly. Because please, folks, sorry we cannot take as the lines are not allowing me to do what I want to do. This person says, Andrew Kemokai, chairman of the Professionals for Cummins, currently residing in the UK. My plea to Mr. Cummins is that in order to succeed in winning voters, how he needs to create opportunity to meet people who are willing to share their concerns and experiences from a voter's perspective. The bureaucracy around him has caused many to turn their backs on him. Please let him reconsider this. Okay. Back to you, sir. The next, let's say 5 minutes.
Yes, thank you, Julius. There was a question about given my interactions.
Yeah. Before you do that one, just quickly. That's the song you were talking about.
Grateful.
Lucky ball.
Mr. Cummins is now dancing.
Some people go sleep, then I wake up. I go sleep, I wake up, People hustle, no, they no day. But my hustle bringing some Martin. Oh, I'm inspired.
Yeah, that's the song right there. That's the song. Yeah.
Julius, you got a nice voice, though.
Maybe I can try. Folek Pengba said, please, Mr. Cummings, what would we have done differently for us, the business community? Okay. So you can just roll through the concerns.
Yeah, I would try to do all of them. So there was a question about what I felt as the mood of the country, the expectations of the Liberians. I think many Liberians believe that there's got to be an alternative to the two dominant political parties. They're looking for a third lane, a third way. They don't know who or what it is, but they know their lives are not changing fundamentally. And particularly young people, they're thinking, there's got to be something out there different. Somebody, some institution, whatever else. And I think that's the general sense I get. People are hopeful. They want something different. They want to see their lives improve. And they think there must be some alternative, some different way of managing and leading the country. There was a lot of suggestions about me needing to speak up more about what I do, so we will make sure we do that. There was a comment made that, yes, the life of the typical Liberian has not fundamentally changed, and somebody echoed that. There's a question about what I would do different. Again, I think focus on the economy, investing more in agriculture, not just in farming, but in processing, in value adding to the agricultural sector, investing in tourism, investing in housing. These are all job creators, by the way. As I mentioned, making loans available to market women, small Liberian businesses at reasonable terms so that they can make money. These are all examples of things that we would do different if given the opportunity. There was a question about, me being very critical when I was in the CPP and not. So, I go back, Julius, you can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results. All our criticism, they didn't get me anything. Right? So, but we are going to be critical. We took some time off. But in all of that period of being critical, I always offered alternatives. I always offer suggestions. I always offer solutions. I did that during the Weah administration, and I'm going to do it going forward. Yes, I'll be critical, but I'll offer alternatives. And I did it then, and I'm doing it now. And we will speak up, more often than we did the last 2 years, because there are a lot of opportunities that we see of things that can be done differently. The yellow machine stuff, I've been critical of it on an earlier. In fact, I think I may have done a post about the whole procurement process, et cetera, et cetera. So it's not that I've been completely silent about it.
Let me squeeze in this question because I think it's important. Ben Sao says, you've had 2 election attempts, but unfortunately they didn't yield the desired results. What do you think went wrong, and how will you adjust your strategy to win over more voters in the next election?
Right. So let me just answer that one, then I can come back to the list if we have time. I think there were a few major challenges we had. One is I let myself be defined by these adjectives, not friendly, elitist, the gay BS, and we didn't refute that enough. We didn't get Liberian people to know me, the real Alex Cummings. And so we're going to do that differently this time. We'll define ourselves and not be defined by others. We didn't focus enough on young Liberians, which is the majority of the population. We will do that differently. Our propaganda machinery, our communications, media, marketing was not effective. We'll make sure that is effective this time around. So those are some examples of what we'll do differently. Redefine myself in who I really am, focus on young people, get the political machinery correct, amongst many other things we'll do differently compared to the last 2 times. The deputy director of the GSA two comments. One was about the ministerial complex. Yeah, look, it's a good thing to paint it, right? But it shouldn't be considered a major complex. It should be business as usual. We should be maintaining the ministries. And my point is, we need to raise our expectations of what things to celebrate. And his question about not knowing government, if knowing government will deliver the same results we have for the past 178 years, then I don't want to know that. I don't want that experience. So he can keep that experience, because we need to do things differently if we want to get a different result. Daniel Sando, I'm not even sure how to react to him. He's been abusive of me in the past, making disparaging statements and that kind of stuff. Deputy minister in the government. So I don't know if I should even react to him, but you responded well. And what people like Daniel don't understand, and many people, is, I said this earlier, this is not an either-or choice, either-or. We need to do both, and we can do both. Yes, we need roads. Yes, we need electricity, but we also got to take care of Liberian people's stomach. Hunger is a basic need, and this is not an Alexander Cummings statistic. We're among the poorest countries in the world, non-poorest, and 2 out of 5 Liberians go to bed hungry. These are just facts that we can't get away from, and we need to do something about both of those things. And you can see the reaction to the President's State of the Union address. It wasn't very positive from the Liberian people. Forget all us political stuff. But the Liberian people were
Mr. Cummings,
we're unhappy with that.
Thanks so kindly. The news is on our back.
Okay.
I want to say thanks for taking some time out here. We look forward to another one in the future.
We'll come back.
Okay.
Thank you, Julius.
That's how we go. His name is Alexander Cummings. The news is up next. My name is Julius Jer. Tomorrow will be another day here.